Hello guys, to our YouTube channel, Stripe Solutions. My name is Adil and I'm super excited to share such important and very helpful information for your online business. On this channel, we will provide you with exclusive strategies and methods that will help you in your e-commerce journey or online business in general. So make yourself comfortable, grab a snack or a coffee, and let's dive into the process of creating and verifying unlimited Stripe accounts for your business, even if you've already been suspended and your accounts have been closed. We will also see an exclusive method to sell high-risk products like digital products, IPTV subscriptions, brands, and more, using Stripe without getting banned. To follow this process of reopening new Stripe accounts without getting suspended again, you need to understand first, how do Stripe verification systems work? What are the different reasons for suspensions? And the process used by Stripe to check and verify your account and you as a user. Responding to these questions will give us a clear vision and will help us to understand the process that we're going to explain and understand, the importance of every step in this process, and of course, avoiding the mistakes that cause the suspension to keep our account safe and working smoothly. All the information and the knowledge that we're going to share with you in today's video is a result of over 10 years of experience using Stripe. We opened and verified hundreds of accounts, and we know exactly how to deal with Stripe and all the verifications and checks realized by Stripe's robots, which prompted us to develop our own method or process to create strong Stripe accounts. We also developed an exclusive method to use Stripe with high-risk businesses and high-risk products, like dropshipping, selling digital products like IPTV subscriptions, software keys, online courses, and luxury brands copies, etc. As you may know, these businesses are restricted by Stripe, and it doesn't support them as they present a high level of risk for their platform and customers, and they're not consistent with their terms and conditions. The strategy that we developed will allow you to use Stripe for this kind of businesses without getting suspended. When I say without suspension risk, I don't mean that you will keep your Stripe accounts working even if you're not delivering the products or getting a lot of disputes. The method that we are using will just allow you to work with Stripe as your business is 100% white hat and supported by Stripe. To keep your Stripe account working, and this is valid for all payment gateways, you have to keep the dispute rate at a normal level by delivering the products on time, delivering the products and services as you promised your customers, and providing good support for your customers before and after the purchase. We will give you more details and guidelines to keep your accounts working in the upcoming videos. But let us focus first on explaining this method that we're talking about. The main idea of this method or strategy is hiding your online store or website where you're selling your products and services from Stripe. We're using two websites in this strategy. The first website will be used for Stripe creation and verification. This website must follow some rules and conditions to be 100% compliant with Stripe terms and conditions, and it will be connected with Stripe directly. And the second website or store where we are selling our products and services, this website will be connected with Stripe using a special tool that will allow you to use Stripe without Stripe knowing that you're using it, which means Stripe will not be able to check your website or the products you're selling. For Stripe, the sales are coming from the first website connected with your account. Unfortunately, we can't share this tool in public with everyone as it may be used in a bad way, which can affect the whole method. So if you have a real business and you're struggling with Stripe and the payment processing part and you want to implement this strategy for your business, you can book a consultation using the link in the description or shown on the screen, or by contacting us via WhatsApp on the number shown here also. In this consultation, we will show you in details how to implement this strategy for your business. We can also provide some custom strategies depending on your business specifications and your needs. And for sure, we will provide you the tool that we're using to hide our stores and websites from Stripe. If you have a white hat business that's compliant with Stripe terms and conditions and you are sure that it's supported by Stripe, you don't need this tool or method. You can just follow the process that I will show you right now to open your Stripe account and bypass Stripe verifications and checks. What you have to know is that Stripe checks start from your first visit to their website. Even before creating an account, Stripe will try to read your browser cookies and fingerprint to know about you, your online activities, and your behaviors to identify you as a user first, and to classify you as a user, presenting a high risk for their platform or a normal user. This check is realized by most online platforms, either for security reasons or for advertising purposes. But what these cookies and fingerprints are, this is technically a little bit, but I'm trying to make it simple. Cookies and fingerprints are both containing information about you as a user, and both are used by online platforms to know you, as I said before. But there's a big difference between them. The first difference is the type of data stored in each one. While cookies gather information related to the websites you're visiting and your online activities history, fingerprints gather deeper and more critical data about your device and browser. like your operating systems, the resolution of your device screen, the number of cores of your processor, your device storage, your network data, and more informations that are very helpful for online services looking to identify you. The second difference that's very important for us is the emplacement of each one. Cookies are stored in your browser and we have full control of it. We can block them, we can delete them anytime, or we can restrict them for specific websites and allow them for others. Fingerprints are dangerous because they're stored on the website's servers. These informations are indeed provided by our browser as a response to the server's requests, and as defined in the Internet Protocol norms, websites that we're visiting store these fingerprints in their servers for security reasons and advertising purposes, as we explained before. So once these fingerprints are created, we can't edit or remove them. Even if you decide to use a VPN and clear your browser data, online platforms like Stripe, Facebook, or Google may easily detect that you're the same user trying to open a new account. And of course, they will suspend it every time you're trying to open a new account. This is the first mistake that most of you make trying to reopen new accounts, not just Stripe, but also social media accounts. Here we have two options. First, changing our laptop, and this is not convenient as we can't grab a new laptop every time we are planning to create a new account. And the second option, that's the realistic one, where we use a specific browser that we call fingerprint browser or multi-login browser. That is different from the normal browser as they provide more control, enabling us to change the fingerprints data that we want to show to the websites we are visiting. So this is the first step to reopen a Stripe account the right way. The second step is optional from the point that it depends on your case and your country. If you're living, for example, in a country that's supported by Stripe, you can pass this step on condition that your IP address is 100% safe and clean. If you're living in a non-supported country, then this step is required because the only option for you to open a Stripe account is to create a company in a supported country like the United Kingdom or the United States, as we will see in the rest of the video. So you need an IP address that suits the country where you're creating your company. You will need a residential IP address, which means an IP address that's provided by a local internet operator and not belonging to VPN servers or RDP services. This IP address must be clean, fresh, and static. Many services provide this kind of IP address. Once you get one, you install it in your multi-login browser. Make sure that the time zone and the GPS location of your browser match the residential IP address installed. Now our browser is almost ready to use. We just need to warm our cookies to look normal for Stripe robots by visiting some websites. Business websites as an example. Try to avoid dropshipping websites or black hat blogs. We want to show Stripe that we are trusted users and serious business owners. We are now ready to move to the next step, which is creating our company. In this video, we will create a UK LTD company. If you've already been suspended, creating an LTD is a very good option to reopen a new Stripe account with your name and details. If your pre-Stripe account was created using a UK LTD, you still have the possibility to reopen a new Stripe account with your informations, in condition to the tips that we are explaining. For example, the name of your new company must be representative of your business and the website that we will use for our Stripe creation. There are also the activities that you announce in the company creation form that must be coherent with the business model and the website provided to Stripe. Stripe can check these details using your company number, and the result of this check must be positive. Otherwise, your account will be at risk if it's not suspended at this time. Stripe will suspend it sooner or later. I can't go into more detail because it will take hours and hours. You will find out more tips and tricks in the advanced method that you can book from the link below. The fourth step that we can say it's the most critical step in this process, which is the creation of the website that we will verify our Stripe account with it. This website must respect some rules to be accepted and verified by both Stripe robots, and agents. As you heard, your website will be checked systematically by Stripe robots and manually by a human agent. Both of them will check almost everything on your website to make sure that it's 100% compliant with Stripe's terms of use and conditions. Here are some rules to follow creating your website to make sure it will be accepted by Stripe. Rule number 1. Use a business model that's supported by Stripe. Dropshipping, social media services, marketing services, and financial services are some examples of non-supported businesses. You can refer to Stripe documentation to check if your business model is supported or not. Rule number 2. It's an optional rule. Use a servicing website instead of an e-commerce store. This will help you to avoid some additional verifications like inventory verification, where Stripe asks you for proofs like bills for your products and pictures. You will also avoid orders delivery verification, where Stripe asks for tracking numbers of all of your orders as you're selling physical products. These verifications are not asked if you have an online services website like a subscription-based platform where your customers pay a monthly plan, for example, to access your online platform where you're providing these services that may be a reporting tool or task management tool, etc. We have a cohesive team that specializes in creating this type of websites. If you want to handle this step to make sure you're doing things the right way, we can help you with that. Just contact us via WhatsApp at this number, and we will be happy to help you. The third rule is the customer guarantee and protection. You need to convince Stripe that your website, as well as your business, is risk-free by providing, for example, a free trial period before charging your customers any money, and by providing a money-back guarantee period that respects the standard rules. The fourth rule that's related to the previous one is the presence of all required legal pages like the About Us page, terms of service, privacy policy, and contact page that must include real and functional contact details from the pro email to the phone number that needs to be active, because sometimes Stripe can try to call you to check if that number is working or no. The fifth rule is the user experience. Your website needs to look professional, optimized, easy to navigate, and responsive to guarantee a good user experience for your customers, as well as Stripe agents that will be visiting your website. Here also, it's difficult to cover all the rules. These rules are the most critical for your website. If you follow them, you can be 90% confident that your website will be accepted by Stripe. Once your website is ready, the next step will be creating your Stripe account. You just fill out the registration form with your details and your company details. Of course, you must open Stripe from the browser that we have prepared in the first step. It's better to create the account using a professional email with your website domain name extension instead of using your Gmail account or whatever. There are also some parts in the form that you need to fill out carefully, like your business type that needs to match your business model, and the business description where Stripe asks you to explain your business model. Please take your time to fill out this part, as you are trying to convince a Stripe agent directly, so you need to provide him with all the information needed about your business, like the pricing plans, what are the features of your platform, what are the guarantees that you provide to your customers, etc. Now that ours created, we can move to the last step, which is warming up our account and getting it ready to handle good amounts of daily sales by processing some manual payments on your website. 1 or 2 payments per day is enough in the first days. We can then scale it to 5 payments for the next 2 weeks, and your account will be ready to process a big daily volume. That was the process that we follow to create and verify our Stripe accounts. I hope that these informations will help you in your business and say goodbye to the Stripe suspension headache. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just put them in the comment section below, and we will answer every one of you. Don't forget to support us to continue sharing value with you by liking and sharing this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to be notified every time we share a new video. Thanks for watching again, and see you next week for a new video.